evolved into ultimate.
Yep. Force!
Hello everyone, Skippy here, and welcome to One Piece episode 1031, directed by Satoshi Ito and supervised by Shuichi Ito. After a few weeks break to promote the new movie, we return to the main series at hand, and with the series director episode no less. Following up the other rooftop efforts with Satoshi Ito's first episode in almost a year, that looks like what we usually expect from the man himself and seems to promise some cool action on top of that, even if it may seem short. So without further delay, will episode 1031 be that jolt back to the main series content that I was expecting? Let's power up our hockey and find out. This episode covers the remainder of chapter 1011 and is on the whole a bit slow because of that, but I think I can kind of get the intention here in regards as to why. The episode as a whole has quite a bit of flashbacks for the past few ones before the film Red filler took place, and that's probably more to remind the weekly Japanese viewers what happened nearly a month ago, because the more casual audience, which is a lot bigger than most think, probably didn't really remember every single detail before the filler started. And when it's more or less in place of the usual recap for this episode, I can't really do much in the way of complaining on that front, especially when there's actually filler scenes with Yamato, Momo, and Shinobu that thread into the stuff being covered next week. Now with the B part, you can make the argument that maybe it was a little too much in terms of padding and recap in regards to what happened with the leftovers town as Tama is explaining it all to Big Mom, and I'd agree there, but I feel like it's really Satoshi Ito's not only music choices but just general storyboard and direction that makes me forgive that entire aspect of it. I could really tell that Ito was having a lot of fun with this content in more ways than one, honestly. With his board featuring some really cool angles that, while not being executed extremely bombastically, do add a neat visual flair to the episode, on top of the array of colors, cool visual symbolism with Big Mom walking through the burning Okobore town, and gags with Nami and Usopp both before and during the Big Mom encounter, that breathes so much personality into the two and reminds us why they're such a good duo in the first place. Sure, since it's not too much of a priority episode, it's not well directed from ear to ear, but it's well polished for what it is and makes me enjoy it as an episode a lot more than I would have otherwise if it was handed over to someone less experienced or who's more bland as a director. It's not a perfect episode by any means, but it was a nice little welcome back to the main content that is understandable in its flaws. And Shuichi Ito's polished and on-model corrections are always a treat with how he does expressions with both Nami and Usopp. Since it seems Ito and Nagamine have swapped places now, with him serving as the main series director of the anime, with my board Koyama getting a much needed promotion to make up for Kohei Kureta's departure from the show, we won't be getting many episodes from Ito regardless, just like before. But if this is a sign of what he can do for some lesser episodes, then I won't mind whichever one he takes on next. Next week though, it'll be interesting to see if the staff behind 1032 can mirror what happened this week. No staff just yet, but from what we can see, Masayuki Takagi's corrections look to be carrying what is largely limited animation on both fronts, so we'll just have to wait and see what the bigger picture looks like and how it'll turn out. Anyways guys, that's it for now. I'm Skippy, and the new eye catches are actually quite cute.